Hello, everybody. Let me know if you can hear me and see me okay. Hey, Christy. If you guys just saw my little Instagram stories, I said Nacho would be joining us, but it's actually Pythagoras, so little fun surprise. He always wakes up at 3 o'clock for dinner, so we'll see how this goes. Hello, Nichua. I hope I said that okay. Hey, Suzanne. Hi, Valerie. Hi, Amber. Hello, everybody. Hi, Mom. So we're trying the afternoon. Last time I did this, it was 11 in the morning. So we're trying this at 3 in the afternoon. I am a morning person, so we'll see how this goes. I did just drink a cup of coffee right before, so hopefully we're all good. But let me know what you guys are up to and what you're working on. I have a sock here that I'm working on. I think I cast these socks on like I couldn't even tell you. I want to say like it's been a year. It probably hasn't been that long, but I feel like it's been that long. And I finally finished the first one, so I cast on the second toe, and that's what I'm sitting here working on today. Hi, BK. Giving people time to join here. So yeah, I figured I could show you guys an update on my projects. I can show you guys some of the new yarn. So if you missed it, I did do a shop update yesterday with like lots of spring colors that I can show you guys, some of the samples I have, or we can just like chit chat about crafting. Amber's working on some socks. That's nice. Hey, Christy, are you crocheting today? I can show you guys, this was sock number 1. So this was yarn that I bought on a trip out to San Diego, probably 2 years ago or 3 years ago, like to the day, because I remember it was when daylight savings happened. So I like made a cross country trip on the day that the clocks changed, and it just messed with me. But so this is Oink Pigments, and I forget, and I don't have the label, but I forget what the base is. I think it's like a Cormo base, so it's not merino, and it's pretty thick yarn for like a sock weight yarn. But I didn't adjust like what I do for socks at all. So I always use size 0 needles, so I'm still using that, like a size 0. And so they're pretty dense. So they're more like slipper socks than they are like wear around everyday socks. So that'll be good now that we're heading into spring, right? Finish sock number 1, and maybe I'll finish it in time for fall so it'll be nice and cool again. Oh, Valerie's finishing. I saw, Valerie, you posted the sock, so you're up to the heel, right? You turn the heel, I think. You must be working on the foot. And a test knit for a wool linen top. That's nice. Ooh, Christy's out enjoying the weather. You know, it got warmer here for a little bit. And then recently, like this past week, it's been pretty cold and windy, like just so windy that I think like it's not so comfortable outside. But I think this week it's actually gonna get really nice out, like real springy. So maybe I'll knit on the the deck someday this week. That'll be nice. Oh, good. You got your die with me, Skane. That's awesome. I think you... Oh, yeah. I saw you got the 2 cake photos. You got the second cake one. Hello from the Czech Republic. That's all. So what time is it there? It's the evening time. What time is it? Oh, halfway up the foot. Nice. I can't wait to see it. Valerie is doing a sample knit for me from my December club. So the December club colorway was really popular, like when I showed it in the reveal. So I'm excited to have a sample of that and to get that back in the shop. So that'll be coming soon, probably in the next, like the April update. Hello in Portugal and Kentucky. Wow, we're gonna have to start like a map and keep track of like all the places we have represented. That's so cool. I was thinking today, I mean, I'm sure everyone is, we're coming up on like the 1 year of when I was last at work. So like my last time in Philadelphia. It's been crazy that I haven't like been in there in a year, let alone like traveled anywhere really. But the fact that I haven't even been across the river into Philly in a year is so crazy. But yeah, I know we're all going through it. Oh, the best, the most, that's what my sister-in-law would sing. It's the most wonderful time of the day when her kids were babies and she would get them down for the night. Yeah, I'm always excited when the yarn travels somewhere, especially when I haven't been there. So like basically any country outside of the US. And then anytime, even other states though, anywhere that I haven't been, I always get extra excited to send it on over. Like a little bit of me is getting out into the world, so a lot of fun. Oh, I make her smile. Oh, that's so cute. Nice soothing voice. Maybe it's the cats purring or something when you can hear them. That's supposed to be really relaxing to people. So maybe that's what is relaxing. I don't know if you guys can hear Pi, but he's purring away right now. Yeah, look at him falling asleep there. So is everyone headed into spring though, right? Like everyone is in the northern hemisphere. Is anyone doing any specific like spring knitting? Like do you guys change what you knit in the warmer times, or do you just knit the same things year round? I feel like I don't necessarily change, like of course I change what I'm wearing. You know, I don't really wear my hand knits in the summertime, but I don't necessarily change like what I'm knitting. I remember I finished a sweater last summer, but I'm curious if do you guys switch to like smaller projects, or I know there was like the linen sweater. Do you guys like to switch to like non-wool projects in the summer, or just socks, things like that? My yarn has its own big drawer. Its own drawer in your house, Christy. That's awesome. You might have more of it than I do then. I actually feel like I have a lot right now because of the shop update yesterday. Yeah, I feel like I don't change what I'm knitting because like, you know, sitting inside in the air conditioning, it kind of is all the same. Small wool items year round. You know, I've never actually knit with cotton or linen. Or no, I knit with like a cotton blend for a cowl recently, actually. So that's not completely true, but never with linen. I can't remember if my mom knit with linen or if she's just talked about it a lot. Mom, have you knit with linen? I forget. I feel like you did. You're more likely to wear them than sweaters in the summer or just anytime? I like live in sweaters and sweatshirts all winter. Hello. Welcome, everybody. Yeah, I get that. So looking forward to the next season. So it's nice to prep, right? Like in the summer, it's nice to finish up sweaters because then you're excited to wear them when the fall comes around. But then I know I feel like I finish things in the summer and I just cannot wait to wear them. Oh, it's not your favorite to knit with? Linen? And my mom said she never did, but yeah, you always talk about doing a linen sweater. Like you always say you're gonna get linen to make a sweater. But I guess you never have. Oh, you wear them more like a coat. Yeah, I think that they're definitely, I don't know, it's so funny because so I finished up that Altheta sweater that I feel like I wear all the time. It's like the pink and white color work one. And I just don't get as hot in that. Even like right now, I'm wearing a fingering weight shawl and I'm like getting warmer in it than I feel like I do in that sweater. There's something about that sweater that I just don't get as warm in it. Maybe because like it's non-superwash wool. I don't know. It's the Rauma Phenol yarn. Like I don't know if that's a woolen yarn versus a worsted yarn, so maybe it's lighter, but I just don't get hot in that like ever. So maybe it's just like finding the right yarn or something to not overheat in. I don't know. How long does it take to knit a sweater? Oh my gosh. It depends on like how, I guess, like devoted you are to it. So I feel like if you're just doing like a stockinette sweater, you can probably get it out fairly quickly, you know, depending on how much time you have to knit. Like, so relatively speaking to like how long it would take you to knit things, it wouldn't be too long if it were just like a stockinette sweater. If you're gonna add like cables in it, that might make it longer. It just depends on like if you're okay with like sitting and knitting on it, right? So like a colorwork yoke sweater, you're like really excited during the colorwork part, but then the rest of the sweater is basically just like a stockinette tube and you're just going round and round. So like it doesn't necessarily feel like it's taking so long because it's like easy and you're just knitting on it all the time, but then it seems to always take forever to grow, and then you have the sleeves to do. So it's like more of a perseverance thing, I feel like, than like the actual time commitment. So that's no answer to how long it takes to knit a sweater. So I have like the sample knitter survey. So some people put like, oh, I can get a sweater done in like a month, and some people would be like 3 to 4 months for a sweater. So I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. So I used to do for my sweaters, we used to go to the movies, like, you know, before the pandemic. Used to go to the movies a lot. And I would like basically get through like the yoke of a sweater or to wear them up to the body and just like go round and round at the movies. So like in the dark, just like knitting round and round and round. And so because of that, like I wasn't tracking my progress so much. I would kind of like after a weekend, like see how much I had gotten done. And so those always seemed to go quicker because I wasn't like sitting and working on them like all weekend long. It was like a few hours here, a few hours there. the DK silk wool is very comfortable, probably because the silk, it's not all wool. Yeah, my mom made a weekender sweater out of my silk DK base. Very nice sweater. Right. That's what when the sample knitter forms were filled out, a lot of people would say, I'm retired, things don't take me very long to make. And then other people kind of said, well, I'm a teacher, so in the winter it takes me a while, but then in the summertime, you know, I get things done much quicker. So it really just depends on your time, I guess. Yeah, I feel like the sizing like has been expanded a lot. Like a lot of designers seem now to be more conscientious of like the sizing. So I'm really glad too that there are good designers out there that are doing that wide range of sizes too. Because like we as like the consumers of the patterns, we want to just like grab a pattern and go. We don't want to do the math, right? Figure everything out. Takes you roughly a month to knit a sweater. Hey Juliet. Her lipstick sweater? I don't know if I've ever heard of that one. Out of linen in a light fingering weight on size 8 or 9 needles. Open mesh fabric. So is that like a cover up type of thing? Like a beachwear? That's what I was thinking, like originally too, like linen tops would be good for like cover ups or just kind of like throw on over a summer dress like at night or something like that. That's what they would be nice for too. I will say too, I'm currently knitting a child size sweater and that's going pretty quickly. So knitting baby sweaters and children's sweaters can be done pretty quickly too. I'll show you guys that too. Worn over a merino tank. Interesting. Huh. That is interesting. So a merino summer top with like a linen one on top of that. Interesting. I can show you guys the sweater, because last time I think I did this live stream when I had the sweater, it was a ball of yarn and now it's basically a sweater. So if you guys came in late and didn't see, I'm working on some vanilla socks. I'm going to, I don't even know. I have, I don't know if I've ever showed this. I have like a little needle cozy from the Scrappy Thread on Etsy. I have one of her bags too. They're such, like, it's such good thick. It's really thick. Like I still have had ones that the needles will poke through. I really like that one though. This is the, so I'm knitting, this is for my niece who asked for a sweater. So I gave her and her sister a sweater when they were younger, and I guess she grew out of it, as they do, and so she asked for another sweater. And so this is it. It's a cardigan. It's just a stockinette cardigan, which helped it go really fast. But the sleeves are a lace pattern. So once I split the sleeves off, it went much quicker, but now I'm up to the lace sleeve. And I will say I had knit, so I really am like a couple of rows into it. I knit, so I always go down in needle size. I'm a loose knitter, so I just automatically go down in needle size. And this is my yarn, this is Aurora. And so I've knit with it before. I know generally what gauge I get with it. And so I went down to needle size, but the sleeve was like huge. Like I was able to, like the sleeve fits me. So it's gonna be like way too big for her. But I'm not gonna like rip out the increases of the sweater at this point. But what I did for the sleeve now, I went down to a size 0 needle, and I also decreased like a repeat, so it's gonna be a smaller circumference, so it might like puff up in the shoulder a little bit, but I think that that's cute anyway, and then go from there and see how it works. So I'm okay with the sleeves being big, especially I have a feeling the whole sweater might be a little bit big. I haven't blocked it yet, it's gonna grow. So I just want everything to be proportionally big so that as she grows into it, it all fits her, versus like fitting the sleeves now and then the body's too big and then she grows into the body of it and the sleeves become too small, but we'll see. But yeah, that's that. So I'm hoping I can knock out the sleeves in the next little bit and get this done. So that'll be good. Her birthday is in early April, so I'm hoping that I can get this mailed to her for her birthday. Do I have personal color seasons when you need it to use everything toned in one color for some time? I don't know. I feel like I probably go through like colors I'm like really into. I don't know that I do. I've just always like, I don't know the answer to that. I mean, probably like as a yarn dyer, yes, like I try to do seasonal colors in that sense. But I don't know if I have like color seasons in terms of like, oh, I'm really into everything being blue. Although I think so many of my hand knit sweaters are like the same pink. I have like I think I probably have like 5 or 6 handmade sweaters, and 3 of them are like the same pink. So probably, the answer is probably, but I don't know if I've ever thought about it, so I'm gonna have to pay attention to it. It's a good thought. Do you guys get into phases where you just like only use one color? Are DPNs better than working magic loop? That is totally personal preference. So DPNs versus magic loop. We probably can take a poll here and see what people like. Oh, you guys are already doing that. Perfect. So some of you say DPNs have become your favorite. You do have flexi flips. Haven't used DPNs. Find them quite stabby. And my mom likes magic loop. DPNs are hard for me. So I did magic loop first. I feel I've talked about it before, but like when I first kind of got into the knitting world, I was very busy with taking exams for my career, and because of that, like I wasn't knitting so much, but I was listening to podcasts. And so because I was spending all the time like listening to podcasts, and I learned a lot about knitting that way, but I wasn't actually doing anything, I thought I was like way more qualified to like knit and make things than I actually had experience doing. But everyone always talks about doing magic loops, so that's just what I assumed I should do, like that DPNs was like an old-fashioned thing and everyone does magic loop. So I just always did magic loop for socks. And then one time I was like, you know what, I just want to try DPNs. I just want to see. So I started DPNs and I actually like them better. I just can't stand the pulling of the magic loop through. So I went with DPNs. I have to say though, I am torn between my 2 favorite methods of DPNs and then knitting socks 2 at a time. So I much prefer to do socks 2 at a time, but you can't do that with DPNs. You can do like them in tandem. Like I could have both socks going at the same time, but I actually like doing both socks at the same time on the same needle. So I am torn between saying my favorite method is DPNs or if my favorite method is magic loop. What I usually end up doing is vanilla socks, which this is not a great example, but I'll actually usually do vanilla socks 2 at a time. That way I don't have to figure out how long, like I don't have to like line them up or count rows or anything to get them the same. And then when I do textured socks, I'll do it one at a time on my DPNs because I can see like how many repeats of the pattern I did, so I don't even have to track it. But doing them 2 at a time, magic loop is nice, especially at the movies, because it's like double the amount before I would have like a heel or toe, so like I can get more done during the movie. When is my birthday? My birthday's in May. It's coming up. We're gonna have some fun stuff going on in May. Wow, a lot of DPN users. So I've also done flexi flips. So I'm glad you guys brought that up because I got a set of flexi flips and I knit a pair of socks out of them and I completely forgot I had them. So I have to take them out and use them again. I liked using the flexi flips, but I still think I like regular DPNs better because I still had to like maneuver them. The Knit Pro DPNs are nice because they're dull. I think that's what I have. Is Knit Pro, like, I think that's what this is. Is that the same as Knitter's Pride? These might be Knitter's Pride, but for some reason in my head I thought Knitter's Pro and Knitter's Pride are the same company, but that could be completely wrong. But yeah, these ones are dull, so they don't poke you. This like doesn't hurt at all. But I have had them go through project bags, so that's why I like this one, and it's so thick that I don't have that problem. You're doing yours in tandem. Yeah, see, I've never done them in tandem, probably because that's like a laziness thing of like, oh, I gotta get 2 sets of needles, and I don't know why that's like so hard, but I feel like that's why I haven't done it. Valerie, you're saying, yeah, they are the same. Yeah, so that's what these are, which I really like. They have bent a little bit, like this one. You can, I don't know if you guys are gonna see that it's bent, probably not. But I have bent some of them, but not so bad. The Hiya Hiya Flyers. I've never heard of that. Sorry. But a 50% off deal is a deal I can get behind. Or so they're the same as the flexi flips. So the flexi flips, I actually have my bin of needles right here, but the chances of me finding them are probably slim to none. The flexi flips are like short needles, and then they have a little cable in between. So you knit with 3, so you have it kind of set up like magic loop or like DPNs, but you have 1 less needle, and they, they're flexible. Hello, Collins Knits. So we've got Canada, Portugal, the US, Czech Republic, UK. We're all over the world here. Hiya Hiya. I do have Hiya Hiya needles. They're really sharp, the Hiya Hiyas. What are the ones that I stole from you, Mom? Oh, the Chalgu. I have my mom's Chalgu needles. Such a good mom. I keep forgetting to put them in with her packages of yarn. So I've basically just stolen them. I use this for the Stephen West shawl, the Slipstravaganza. Actually, I think I stole 2 sets of your needles, right? Oh, and New Zealand. Hello, Jossie in New Zealand. Oh, we got New Zealand too. Guys, we really have to start like a map in the background and like check them off. Oh, sorry, Pi. I just punched him. Yeah, we're international for sure. Do you guys want to see anything from the shop update? I don't know if you guys caught that video. I did do the 1,000 subscriber giveaway in that video. So someone won a 3-month subscription to the Dye With Me Club. Another viewer from Canada. Hi Vivian, a Chow Gu fan. Magic Loop for sure. So I actually, so for like non-DPN, so like on these, I actually use the Knit Picks needles for everything, if you guys didn't recognize the purple. So I got as a gift, I think from my mom back in the day, the Knit Picks interchangeable needle set. And then I'm just like a consistent person, so even when I would get the fixed cables, I would just always get those. But I feel like some people don't like them because they're not super flexible, but I mean the Chow Gu is definitely more flexible, me just holding that up there versus this one, but they never bothered me. I did, and I can keep them. I have isn't my mom so nice, guys? I steal her needles and she tells me I can keep them. Show some yarn. So I can show you guys. So we are going to announce a giveaway winner. I'm gonna kind of try, well, okay. Yeah, we're gonna announce the giveaway winner. I'm kind of holding off on it, but we will announce the giveaway winner for the Emmeline May shawl pattern. So if you didn't catch it and you wanna, well, I already picked a winner, so we can't quickly re-enter it, but I did have a giveaway on Instagram for the Emmeline May shawl kit. So if you guys didn't see it, this is the shawl, and Suzanne knit this up. If she's still here, she knit this up for me very nicely and very quickly. So speaking of quick versus non-quick, and she used rose tea and overnight oats, so my favorite pairing of yarn. So one person is going to win this. I'm just holding off on picking someone, on announcing it. I'm holding off. So that was new in the shop. And then I also did, my mom made me a Hakia hat. So I did kits for that too. And I don't think I have the yarn for that here. But both kits are designed so that, so like for the Emmeline May shawl kit, this is an 80-gram skein and this is a 45-gram skein, which is enough to make the shawl, but like you won't be stuck with a ton of leftovers. And also then it's like more affordable in that sense that you're not buying 2 100-gram skeins for something that doesn't actually need them. And same thing for the hat. So you get a 2-color kit with just smaller shawls, which is just, or smaller skeins, which is just really nice because who wants so many leftovers? So those are new. I've been wearing this hat around my house like nonstop. Yeah, the hat's really nice. And so I didn't knit it, but she did use Aurora, so the same colorway that I'm making the sweater out of. And then as the contrast color though, and then for the main color she used Aurora's contrast color, which I've renamed Sunburst to give it a name. And I don't think it's color work, right? I think it's just, oh, maybe it is color work. Mom, is this color work? There are floats. So I think it is color work. I don't think it's mosaic knitting. So. Yeah, I would definitely be doing sweater kits. So I did, what was it? The really popular like crop sweater that was a short sleeve one like last year. I did sweater kits for that. I would definitely do sweater kits for patterns. If there are ones that you like and you want to see kits for, I would definitely take recommendations. So it is mosaic knitting, not color work, everybody. I would definitely take pattern recommendations. The hard part about setting up, so the way that I set up these kits, the hat kit, is that the difference in the amount of yarn that you needed to knit a small versus a large was not that much. So the kits is enough to make the large. This is not the large, but I based the kit off of the large size. The hard part with sweaters is that there's just such a big range. So what I did for a sweater in the past was that I made kits based on the different sizes, which is just a lot more work. So I haven't gotten to sweater kits yet, but they will be back for sure. I do have, like, if you want, like, let's say you wanted to make like a 2-colored sweater out of these 2 colors, I have, 2 colored kits, and you can mix and match the size skeins. The thing with the 2 color kits is I don't go up to super large size skeins. So like, let's say you wanted like a 300-gram skein of this, or maybe 2, and then like 100 grams of this, like that's something I can do for you. You can always reach out for that. You're test knitting for Amba? Yeah, I love her designs too. I'm gonna be doing the mystery knit along. I know we talked about that a little bit last time. I have the yarn here, not easily accessible necessarily. So I got an advanced copy of the mystery knit along. So I'm going to be doing that out of these colors. This is a dark blue. It's showing up as like black, I think. But I'm going to be casting this on. I'm making myself finish that sweater first in time for the birthday, and then doing that 4-colored shawl. So I have like bigger kits in that sense too. Right. Yeah, my mom texted me the other day and said, I want to make the Comfort Fade Cardi. Can you make 3 colors for me for that? Thanks. Or 4 colors, whatever it is. Thanks. Yeah, so the colors in this kit, so these are 2 new colors. So this is Long Time No See, which is like a blue-green color that has like blues and dark blues and like brighter blues on it. And then Midnight is like a dark navy blue. It's definitely blue. I feel like you guys are probably seeing it as black. It's like a dark blue-gray. This is Overnight Oats, and then, which is the same as the other kit, and then First Crush, which was one of my new colors last month. And I just thought it was like very springy too, so it went really well. The pattern says that you need one color that's going to contrast really well, so I'm torn if I'm going to use Overnight Oats as that color that is the one that contrasts well with the others, or if I'm going to use Midnight as the one that contrasts well with all the others. Show the other yarn kit for the mystery. So the other kit is the 4 Spices kit, which I did the Tammy Gore mystery knit along, but I don't have that downstairs here. But you guys can see pictures on my website. It's the cayenne pepper, smoked paprika, which are like those 2 orangey brown reddish colors, and then sea salt and purple basil. So if you've watched my channel, you've seen those colors. It's what I did the other mystery knit along in that I'm also offering. So I called this the spring kit, and then that one was the fall kit. But also the mystery knit along is not stranded color work, it's mosaic. So Amba changed her design. So if you didn't want to do color work knit flat, you don't need to. I did show the new colors, yeah. Yeah, it's a really pretty pattern. I think you guys will like it. I think it starts in April, the official launch, so coming up soon. I have to get a jump start. I'm still gonna finish last. I get a month head start, I'm still not gonna finish before anyone. Yeah, it's my mom's first mystery knit along. I asked if she wanted to knit this sample for me, and she said no, I want to do it as a mystery. So she left me stranded. I should pick my sock back up. Oh, and so, right, so the other new colors that I have, we'll do a little shop update. I'll do this really quickly because I do have the shop update video that went up. So I have strawberry shortcake and mint chip that went up. And just like to compare mint chip and long time no see, this is more blue and that one's more like of a sage green. These are repeats from last year. That was a really popular pairing, so I'm excited to have it back. And then we have orange sorbet, which Amber knit up for me. So here's orange sorbet, and then I did it with a bright blue contrast, which I thought was really fun. And that's also a repeat. And then the other new color was the November Club coming back, which I've called Sunset Cocktail. So it's got oranges in it too, but it's also got the pinks. And I actually, so these are different bases, but I actually thought these are a good start to a fade, and I almost consider doing like a third in this set. I shouldn't say this, but I thought about doing a third skein in the set and then just never did. But if you have like a good pink purple that would go on the other end of this, these set up a good fade. And then that's it. And then that's it, because the other one was the long time no see. So those were the new colors that are now in the shop. Oh, you have, Christy, you have strawberry shortcake and mint chip. You probably got them last year then when I had them out. My sock blocker. This is like from Amazon. So all of the sample knitters are commenting on how like small I asked the sock to be. So first of all, I do have small feet, right? Like I'm 5'2" on a good day, so I am pretty short. I have small feet. I have like maybe size 6 feet, maybe. So everyone's like commenting on how, oh, you know, that's such a, I'm not used to socks that small. This will be quick type of thing. Everyone's like, but I just want to say they're for samples. So it's not functional. But yeah, I figured doing smaller socks would be good because then they would go quicker. But it's just funny how everyone's commenting on how small it is. But it does fit on the sock blocker, so that's good. Yeah, I did a lot of orange. Well, not a lot. I mean, those two colors had the orange, which is funny because it is spring. And these maybe kind of might be more summery, but for some reason I always called orange sorbet one of my spring colors, so yeah. And then November, the mystery clubs I hold off on releasing for 3 months, like at least 3 months, so it just happened that the 3 months was up for November, so brought that one back. But they do coordinate together really well. They're just like too similar if you wanted to do something with 2 colors, but yeah. And like this midnight color is just a good contrast. It's not going to show well here. It's showing up like black, but the dark blue is really nice with that one too. Yeah, mint chip is a good one. I like mint chip too. It's a nice like sage green, but I do have like some blue speckles on it, which is fun. And also the sample to everyone, I get an email from all the sample engineers who like, just one sock? Are you sure you just want one sock? And I'm like, yeah, again, I'm not like going for the functional socks here, just some samples. I feel like everyone's probably like, who is this weirdo that wants like these tiny socks and just one of each? But yeah, then I can hold them up like this, which is really fun. So I should be getting more soon. I'll be showing you guys it was Dorothy who did the November Club, and I think she mailed that back already. So I'll have a sample of that color soon. Speckle yarn is fun, for sure. Right, and right, they're all right. Everyone's happy to not have to do a second sock too, right? Yeah, no second sock syndrome for it. So it's 3:45-ish. So what, so I guess we can do the giveaway winner. And then wrap up unless you guys want to see anything else. I will say, where are we in the week? So we are going to have a dye with me on Tuesday, which will be the last video in the cake inspiration series. I extended it one. I was gonna just do the 2 skeins plus the minis, but I did expand it into another one. So we'll be doing that on Tuesday. And then Friday, I have to remember, I think Friday I'm gonna be releasing the, what month are we in? The March clubs. I'll be showing you guys the March clubs. The March clubs were different than I think a lot of the other club colorways that I've done, so I'm curious to hear what people think. I don't know if, I can't remember who here is in the club, but it was a different color, so I'm excited to show it to you guys. And then the other thing is I do have the craft journal stickers. Yes, Suzanne just brought up the craft journal stickers. So if you haven't seen them yet, like, I've always kind of wanted to do a craft journal of some sort and just never really knew how to set it up. And so I've always kind of been using Ravelry, but this has just been a really nice way to take a plain notebook and just make it look nice. So if you haven't checked out my sticker kits, you can check those out as well. And I just released April's of those, so make sure you check out those ones. I feel like, well, I shouldn't say that, but I feel like in some ways, like, well, no, March wasn't the same as the yarn club. I was like starting to get worried that my clubs and my sticker kits were like the same colors, but that wouldn't be a bad thing. All right, should we do the giveaway and then I'll wrap this up? I was waiting to see if there were any other questions or anything coming up. Okay, so for the giveaway, the giveaway winner is gonna win again this set of yarn, so to make the Emma and May shawl. And Jen, who is the designer, Boston Jennifer Lassand, she did offer up the pattern to the winner. I will say she also gifted the pattern to Suzanne, the sample knitter, so thanks Jen for that. And so the kits, again, they are available. You can actually get the Emma and May shawl kits with or without the pattern if you want to. If you don't own the pattern, it's a way, you know, I want everyone to get, you know, support Jen and get the pattern as well. So you can buy the kit with the pattern as well. And so the winner of the giveaway, and I don't know if they're in the live or not, so hopefully they'll see this at some point, but it's the Instagram handle Island Yarny. So if that is your Instagram handle, you are the winner of the giveaway. So congratulations. Thank you everyone who participated. There were like over 600 comments, I think, on that post, so I do appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. Boston Jen is the best. If you don't listen to the Downseller Studio podcast, you absolutely should. She does so many fun knit-alongs, and she also recently started a YouTube channel as well, where she just does a lot of like behind the scenes of kind of all the crafty things that she can get done in a day and life at home. So definitely go check it out. She does a lot of crafting. Her whole family, I feel like, is super crafty. So it's been really fun to catch up on her YouTube videos. I think like it's nice to like listen to the audio podcast, but then when you like watch the YouTube and you get to see it, that helps too. So definitely recommend checking that out. And I actually have more kits for her designs coming out soon too, and other ones too. Lots of sample knitters at work for Girl and Her Wool. So I'm gonna have more of these pattern-based kits coming out. And again, if you have suggestions, like if you want to see more sweater kits, I am more than happy to get those up. It's just a matter of picking out the patterns and figuring out the sizing and all of that. So yeah, congrats to the winner. The winner can just email me, agirlandherwool@gmail.com, or message me on Instagram, agirlandherwool, and I will send the kit out. So any other questions or anything before we head out? I hope this was fun. Let me know what you guys think of the time. I seem to have survived. Pi did not. Pi crashed, but I stayed awake, so that's good. I'm actually surprised that the cats were so quiet for this. Yeah, I have more projects that I am planning, of course, for sample knitters, so I hope to be back in touch. I had such an overwhelming response to the call for sample knitters, and I'm trying to get everyone involved who's available now. But Valerie, you can certainly bug me. If you bug me, I'm more likely to put you up higher in the list. Yeah, it was good visiting with you guys as well. I did it about a month ago, so my plan is, definitely to keep up with it once a month. I don't know if I'm always going to do it like the Saturday after the shop update. I might do it like on a Saturday, but then not have a Friday vlog. So just do like a Tuesday and then live stream. So then I would kind of offset it from the shop updates. But this weekend just worked out. I didn't really advertise it as much as last time, so I do appreciate you guys coming out and joining me, especially from all over the world. Yeah, all right, so I will end it. Thank you guys so much. I got a little bit of a sock done. See, I put it down to show you guys stuff, and then I just never picked it back up. All right, I will head out. Bye-bye, say bye. It's probably like, what the heck are you doing to me? All right, guys, thanks so much. I will see you guys soon. Bye.